How's it, guys? And welcome if you are joining us for the live stream tonight. Obviously, you are joining for the game Red versus OSB, and quite a exciting game. So on the screen now, of course, you'll see that the guys are just going through their burn round, making sure their swaps are ready, that everybody's on the right side. But of course, as always, I have my trucker voice buddy, Scully Rebel. What's up, Scully?
I'm okay. How are you, buddy?
All right, man. Doing well. So, guys,
I need to get upgraded from a trucker to something else. I think I've good qualified trucker by now. But yeah.
Excellent. Guys, so if you look at the screen now, you'll see some players are still loading in. Obviously, they're still working through the burn round, and they're swapping out as they go along. So we're waiting for about 4 players before we'll get into the match. We have a 2-minute start confirmed once everybody is in. So let's see how this game goes. But I'm quite excited to see the Red versus OSB game tonight. Obviously, guys, from that perspective, this is a very interesting game tonight because, of course, as you know, from a point standing perspective, there is an opportunity here to see who will move into the relegation zone. I mean, obviously, we are on week 6. I can't believe we're on week 6 already. But next week will be week 7, which is the last week for Division 1. So Division 1 actually ends off next week. So this game very important for both teams, for Red and for OSB, because it will really determine who will end up at the bottom. Of course, next week OSB would have played Wolf, which means that game is forfeit. So effectively tonight is the last game for OSB in season 1. So I mean that's gonna be interesting nonetheless. Now what I would like to do while we wait for the guys to finish their burn round is I'm actually going to go to the webpage here, which you can see, and this is the tables as of Saturday's games last week, and you would see at the bottom there Red currently on 4 points and OSB on 3, and that is as per 5 games played each last week. Of course, tonight being their 6th game that they will play, and you can see if OSB takes this one tonight, that'll put them to 6 points. And if they do get the 3 points next week for the match that they would have played against Wolf, that'll take them to 9. Red on 4, if they get the 3, they will go to 7. And of course, if they then play MRU and win that, that'll take them to 10. If they, so there's a couple of scenarios that can play out here. But tonight is actually the really the deciding game to see who will lie within that relegation spot. So, Scully, even here at the bottom end of Division 1, an exciting game to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously OSB is going to gain some extra points next week, but they're going to have to do something tonight, in order to move up a position or two. But I'm looking forward to this game. I mean, both of them are very good teams, and OSB, excuse me, has had a few bad games during the league so far. But I'm sure that, after this game, we'll see what the standings are going to do. Yeah. And then from a Red perspective, we've seen these guys in action as well. Very good players, quick on the flags, and good in defending. So all in all, I think it's going to be a very good game to watch.
Absolutely. Obviously, while we're waiting for the guys to load in, I want to actually tell you a very quick story, Scully, that happened. Remember on the catch-up show over the weekend, I mentioned we're talking about Wild Winston, who is playing for OSB tonight, by the way. Yeah, and we were talking about the knife kills, and I said to him that if he took my tags, he shouldn't be posting it. So he actually he didn't even private message me. He posted it on Facebook. A screenshot of where he got a specific unlock, and where my name's actually appearing on the screen where he killed me. And I thought to myself, what am I going to say to this guy? So I just replied to him and say, hey, listen, I'm happy that I was of help to unlock that, right?
Yeah, you definitely assisted him with his progression there, and I think many of us have contributed or have seen the edge of that knife before, because I can tell you, between him and Pan Meifter from SNLV, those two, Pan likes the bayonet charge, and he's skewered me many times. But the thing is with Wild Winston, he's up close and personal with the melee weapons.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has taken my tags many times.
Yeah. No, so I mean, we'll see him in action now tonight. You know, when he's playing. Hopefully, we'll get to see some of those knife kills as well. But I see the guys have restarted the server, so they are probably ready to load in. We will check the scoreboard now. The first map, of course, being Ballroom Blitz, and I can see that they are 12 OSB players and 11 red players at the moment. So one red player still to load in. From what I can see, it looks like a 2-minute start, provided that one player still loads in from red side. And
okay,
then,
well, I see that.
And then
sorry, Jaco, I see red has actually spawned. No, it's OSB that has spawned. The red guys haven't spawned, so I don't know what's happening there. I think there's a miscommunication.
Let's just see what's happening here. Just ask the guys. It might be that they're actually still going to do the burn round while they wait for that one player. That is possible.
Okay.
I'll check with them now.
Yeah, so while we wait there, obviously Ballroom Blitz is one of those famous maps that everybody chooses every now and then, and it's one of my personal favorites as well. Just the layout and of this map, with the different choke points and available pathways to the different objectives.
Yeah, look, I mean,
it's well thought of, nicely laid out.
Yeah, we talked about it the other night on one of the other streams as well. Is that with this particular map, a lot of the action happens in this ballroom area, and there's a lot of fighting going on. A lot of fighting going on down here in the corridors towards that ballroom as well. Obviously, the D point, being a very contested flag as well, and I think we mentioned this on the other stream the other night as well. Is that the outlying flag, which is the B flag, sort of around this area, that's normally the one that is probably least contested, or at least what we've seen. We'll see what the guys' strategies are tonight. Who's going to be attacking what flags, in sort of which areas, and what that will look like. From a map selection, sort of perspective, the maps that were selected for tonight is actually the official maps. Would be Argonne Forest, which Red selected, and Nivelle, which OSB selected, which is why I'm thinking that this is the pure burn round for the guys, because of course Ballroom Blitz was not on their official map list. Of course, we've also got St. Quentin as the tiebreaker in case there is a tie. I mean, I would love to see each team take one map, and then of course we can go to a third one. I mean, I think both these teams are so good to watch that you can easily go to a third map and enjoy the game. But we'll see, right? I mean, Nivelle's an interesting choice from the OSB guys. I mean, it being a night map and all. A lot more difficult to spot and play. And then obviously Argonne, together with Ballroom Blitz, one of probably the most played maps on Battlefield 1 at the moment. I think Argonne's a smart choice if if you're looking to not compete with vehicles or anything.
But remember what we said is one of the rules is that you are not allowed to choose the same map week after week.
Correct.
So the guys have to rotate, and although Argonne is one of the good maps, I see that's why we're almost at the end of the league now, and the guys are starting to choose the night maps that we've added in.
Yes.
As a selection, because maps like Ballroom Blitz and Argonne Forest are two of the favorite maps the guys like to choose usually within a competition of this, because it comes with a base game, and obviously they've played it a lot, and they know all the sneaky routes, how to get to the objectives very quickly.
Yeah.
And they know exactly where to how to attack and defend on them.
Correct. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is going to. I mean, it's been an interesting week so far. Obviously, from from a gaming perspective, this is definitely going to, heading towards the end of the week, and our recap show on Saturday, it's going to become even more interesting. So yeah, that's sort of where we are with the game now. We're just waiting for the guys. I'm going to pull up the screen one last time before they will probably load in. We're still waiting for that one red player to still join. All 12 OSB players are in. They will finish the burn round here before they will move on to their official map selection.
Yeah, I just want to say, on my screen I don't see the objectives. Do you see the objectives on your side?
No, it's not. It's not opened up the objectives. No, not
so they're not playing now.
No, not on mine. Look, they're running down the tickets, but they probably selected TDM game for a burn round. Of course,
I see.
Of
okay,
course,
yeah.
the objective is kill the guy, right?
Okay. No, I was just running through my settings here, and I thought that maybe I had something wrong, because I can see the labels and obviously the red and the blue team, but I can't see the objective, so that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I don't know if something went wrong with the system again, because I mean these last updates has been quite hectic.
No, but yes, of course, there was some issues in the update as well.
Yeah. Do we know when they're going to fix that?
Well, there was some posts and tweets going out that the guys are looking at it, and that there will be a small update. I know that there was a very small update when I switched it on. So to be fair, I don't know if that's the update that they were talking about. Let's hope so. But that's sort of I look, the guys from DICE are pretty good, right? I mean, they make an effort. If they see something's wrong, they normally try and fix it. So so let's see if they manage to do that.
I'm sure they will. I mean, it always takes a bit of time, but eventually they do get there.
Yeah, what I do like though is I like this new best squad screen that they've implemented.
Have you seen that?
So I quite like that. Sorry guys, I just want to mention that we've had one OSB player drop out from a connection perspective, so there is now 11 aside. They will be reconnecting one on each side now, and I have confirmation that the guys are doing that.
So exciting week, Jaco. You guys were there at Comic-Con Africa, the launch.
Yes.
How exciting is that?
Yes, it was super exciting. What a great event, by the way. It was well organized. Yeah. We had a ton of fun. I mean, there was a great interview with the guys from the cast from Black Panther. We got to sign the wall that we were there. It was really a good event, a great venue. I mean, Kyalami, besides the fact that there's always nice fast cars there, it's a very nice laid out venue. It's big, it's spacious. I think it's a great idea. I'm really excited, right? Not only for gaming, but for the whole, the whole pop culture, right? The whole, I mean, there's comics and cosplay and, artist alley and all sorts of stuff happening. So, obviously for gaming as well. I mean, that's sort of what we do and what we love. But, for the whole pop culture, that follows that genre, I think it's an excellent opportunity, right? And to be fair, it's about time, right? I mean, Africa is getting more and more connected. There's more and more opportunities. So I really think it's a good idea, and super excited about the event.
Yeah, I think it's going to be well received within the community. I've spoken to a few people who actually, watched the stream that you guys did and the images that you shared from the event itself. So everybody, in my work environment, were very excited about, the younger guys and even some of the old veterans that play games and all of that. So
and I mean,
all in all, I think it's a good thing.
And I mean, we had a couple of the guys there from from let's call them the gang if you want to. I mean, we had people there like Inseeker 707.
The Sparrows.
We had the Sparrows there. We had
they're so cute.
We had No Scope there. Jeremy, obviously Brian Fury was there as well. Arcane Hamster, Shanask, Spooky. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Please forgive me if I do. There is a video posted where we managed to get everybody into sort of one little circle and introduce themselves, so you guys can go and check that out. It was absolutely wonderful. And then of course, I mean, we've got to give a shout out to the guys who are organizing this, right? I mean, the guys from
so who's the guys in charge there? Making it happen?
So the people making it happen at this point is the people from Reed Exhibitions and Reed Pop. Obviously, they are working in conjunction or in sponsorship with VS Gaming. And I do think that it's absolutely great what these guys are doing. I mean, bringing something like this to the African continent is, as I said, not only for gaming, but also for the entire pop culture. It's a great thing. So, big up on those guys, pulling it off. And I think that this might be the event of the year. That is what, at least, what I'm hoping, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's an awesome idea, something to look forward to. We'll definitely make a plan and get there. Obviously, coming down from Durban side here on the south coast, it's a bit of a stretch for me, but we'll make a plan and see you down at Comic-Con Africa.
Okay. So we've got 12 guys from the red team in and 11 from OSB. So now we have swapped around and we're waiting for one more OSB player. So what I will do is I am going to bring up the screen for you guys so that you can just see the scoreboard in terms of the lineup for tonight, and I'll keep that on there for a couple of minutes. So I mean, there's a lot of names here that I know, a lot of guys that are really, really good. A couple of these guys have killed me many times. We mentioned earlier Wild Winston. I mean, we've got the Exorcist there, we've got Zeus there, we've got Clinton on there as well. Quick Take Clown, Rayman, Rustus, the list goes on. On the other side, we've got Ginger Ninja, we've got Das Winkle, Black-Kin Dragon. It's actually a very, very good lineup. So, this is definitely going to be a tough game, and I do have confirmation that we will start on 3 minutes 30 game time. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, there's a couple of points on this map which are always contested, which in this case is obviously the C point over here. The D flag a little bit left alone sometimes, and there's also a lot of action always happening here on the B flag. So action-packed map, no vehicles, a lot of infantry play, and I see the guys have just spawned in. So we're going to go to a first-person view, and I'm running here with Turbonautics.
Okay, let me just see where I am on the map. Okay, but it seems that it's only OSB that's spawned in. None of the red guys, only one guy, but he killed himself again. I think there must be a communication error again, because the Delta's going down and none of the red team has spawned in yet. There they go now.
There we
What's
go.
happening? They restarted the server.
Yes, I think they restarted the server, and I think there was indeed a miscommunication there. So I'll give you guys an update now. Let's see. There we go. To everybody watching the stream, both the OSB and Red teams have just apologized and said apologies. There was a miscommunication. They will be restarting the server now and making sure that we get to this game. And it happens. This is the thing with live games is that it remains interesting. So I'm just having a quick look at the stream here. There's a couple of guys giving us a shout out. Dalbok. Xtrix is there as well. Dean Nell saying hi. Tobias saying hi as well. Humanators on there. Guys, if you want to take a stab at it on the stream, I see there's a couple of guys saying go red, and then there's some OSB supporters there on the stream as well. Give us a shout out, tell us what you think, and we'll confirm game start time for you in 1 second. They have just loaded or finished loading into the server. So let's see, it looks like a 2 minute start on the game clock. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to have a look quickly here at some of the previous score lineups. Just give you guys some idea on that.
They're 12v12 now. I think what's the time they're going to start?
So they confirmed a 2 minutes a 2 minute start time.
Okay.
Because they need to just swap over sides. Obviously, with Battlefield 1, you guys know every time you reset the server,
no, they're there.
You stand an opportunity to be on the wrong side. If they are all on the same side, which I think they are.
Yeah, they are.
And this is the 2 minutes that kills you, right? The 2 minutes to wait to start. Everybody wants to get playing. You've been excited for this game the whole week. You wanted to get out. Oh no, and I see that Clown 2404 has just left the server. So I think he might have some connection issues, but luckily they're only going to start on a 2 minute start. So he will get some time to get back into that server. Hopefully in time for the 2 minute start. I see 11 OSB and 12 on the other side. Oh, I actually think he went out on purpose to make sure that they can do their swaps.
I think we are. I think what happened is with the coin toss, maybe they decided, they need to swap because of the one team that chose the specific spawn point.
Yes.
And although the teams were in the correct positions on the right, everybody was in the right teams. One person had to drop out in order to facilitate the coin toss on who starts on which side of the map.
Correct, guys. So while you are looking at the screen, let's at least give you something to look at. If you look at the screen now, you'll see that we're obviously trying out some new tools all the time when we're streaming. So there's a couple of routes that can be followed on this particular map. If you're playing from the blue side, and I'm actually drawing in red, I should have just drawn in blue now. But if you're playing from this side, from the A side of the map, there's obviously the direct route to B here. And then from B, once you've taken that flag, there's some options, either cutting down through the forest, heading towards the C flag over here, or alternatively you can go the long way around and sort of come up on the B flag, underneath the bridge, and or either onto the bridge over here, or you can of course run the entire long way around and then come from the train side. Now, let me take the other color. If you then take the D flag, you pretty much have two routes as well. One from this side into C, and one, the long way into C. And you can see that that's probably the reason why the C flag is the most contested, because I mean there's so many routes into that C flag that it's such a difficult flag to defend, because you actually have to be on the bridge, right, to cap that flag.
Correct. The amount of flanking routes available to get to objective Charlie is a lot. I mean, there's at least 3 or 4 routes you can take, and not always possible. It seems the guys have spawned.
That's correct. I'm running with Rayman here in first-person view, and let's get this game underway. Exciting. So let's see. I want to see who's at the flags first, because obviously we've seen guys map out very fast routes to the individual flags, being B and being Bravo and Delta, or Bravo and Butter and Duff, if you like. But I
see the OSB team has split up into 2, so we've got like 6 or 7 guys moving on to Delta, and the rest are moving on to Charlie.
Yeah, and I see Delta is being capped at the moment from the OSB team. OSB, of course, playing in red. and red actually playing in blue. That can become confusing tonight.
Oh, we've got a red-blue team.
Yeah. So red actually have a couple of guys on the bridge on C at the moment. So they are busy taking that flag, but we've got the OSB guys coming in from that side route. And they have the numbers, and the red guys will have to watch their back here.
I see Achilles Soldier here from the red team is protecting Bravo. We've got Clinton from OSB coming in on the flank side. He's just getting comfortable behind this rock here. I think he's just going to use himself as a spawn beacon. I see that he's seen Achilles Soldier, but he's not going for him. No, he is. He's see if he's going to take him from behind. So coming back here on the train tracks.
So at the moment we've got red that have kept Bravo and Charlie, and we've got OSB controlling the Delta point. There are some couple of red guys here on the bridge defending. And
yeah,
of course,
we've got Rastus, Clinton and Clown moving on to Bravo. Achilles Soldier and Red and them are right on their heels, coming back to see if they can take back Bravo.
I'm gonna run here with Trigger, and we're gonna see he's heading back into the Bravo point, trying to take it back.
We have lost objective butter.
I see there's a good tactic used by these teams is to throw a lot of these smoke grenades in order to disorientate some of the players as they come into the building, because you can't see the opponent sneaking in the corners.
So interestingly here, Trigger just got taken out by Clown, but there is a medic that is going to revive him. Good job. And Trigger got revived there, and Red is actually taking back the Bravo point. Delta still being controlled by OSB, and Red still controlling the Charlie point as well, and they've just taken back the Bravo point.
I see there's 2 of the 4 Rastus and his crew. It must be him and his squad coming down on the flank side and on the far right hand side by that little house, on their way to Bravo again, trying to take it down for a second time. Let's see if they're going to be successful. I don't see any of the red team defending this point at this point, this flag at this point in time. Only Achilles Soldier coming in from the backside. Yeah, I don't know where you are, Yaku, with your camera there.
I've just headed over to D because it was contested, but there was enough OSB guys there at the back to make sure that that flag doesn't get capped. And I'm actually going to be running here in first person with Exorcist. He's always a good guy to watch. He's been playing the game for ages, so there's a lot of skill watching him play as well. He's actually quite the killer in a plane as well, but obviously playing infantry here tonight. Just got taken out by O-Flash.
Yeah, both these teams have got excellent vehicle and pilots on the team. So are they playing one of the maps where they can use vehicles actually?
So the map selection for tonight, Argon obviously one of the maps. And if you give me 1 second, I'll confirm for you.
You mentioned the night map.
Nivelle, yes. OSB actually picked Nivelle, which only has that little tank.
But at least there is a vehicle, no aeroplanes on that.
No aeroplanes on the night map.
Okay, if you look at Bravo on that side, I've got Clown, Clinton, and Zeus from OSB coming in to try to take the Bravo flag. Fluffy Panda and Red from Achilles Soldier defending it, but they're on the back side of this bunker. Fluffy Panda, moving in to try and take Bravo back. Let's see, is it 1-on-1? We've got Zeus here, Achilles Soldier being flanked here by Clown. Achilles Soldier hiding in the corner there. Rastus coming in there with his Hell Regal. Rastus got taken out. Clown still alive. Zeus still alive. Achilles Soldier did a good job there.
I think Zeus is he's hanging around a little bit here at the back to make sure he's creating some spawn points there. At the moment, Red still holding the Bravo and Charlie objectives, and then of course Duff being held by OSB. I see Rustus is running in here at the Bravo point to try and contest that flag. Opening up the door with his rocket gun. Oh, got taken out by Trigger though.
Okay, but I see that Clinton and them took the flanking route from inside the building there. Let me just see if I can go in there. Oh, and Red just took them out. Both of them. They tried a sneaky maneuver up the stairs, but they got taken out by the Red team. Niku, Trigger happy, and Achilles Soldier doing a good job defending Bravo.
I see there is some Red guys, sort of falling back from the B point onto the C flag, making sure that they also protect that while fighting for the B flag. A lot of the OSB guys now rushing into B. I'm not sure whether they will have the numbers, but definitely taking out a couple of Red guys on the bridge there. There's at the moment it's pretty even from a numbers perspective. There is some red soldiers coming in through the back there. But C definitely being contested.
Yeah, a few guys here, Turbo not Tixtel, and on the downside there with Clown trying to make their way up to the Charlie flag on top of the bridge. Obviously, you can only take this flag from being on top of the bridge. Can't do it from the bottom.
And O-Flash will need support, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he's the only guy there. The only blue dot within all this red sea.
And now we've got OSB flooding onto the bridge here. We've got Exorcist, we've got Quick Take, Rustus, all of them on top of the bridge here, contesting the Charlie flag. And if they can manage to hold off the Red guys from the other side of the bridge, at the moment Red is leading at 172 tickets with OSB on 131. So Red does have the lead. But like I said, the OSB guys just flooding onto this bridge at the moment. They really want to cap this point.
Yeah, they're pushing in with force, pushing hard to try and get it. They need those extra points. Let's see what's going to happen. I see the Red team has just flanked them from behind. No one left.
What a great flank by the Red team. They really did a good job. They're coming onto the bridge. The OSB guys were all over it, and a very good flank by these guys. I'm here with Snuggle Thief. Bit of a difficult name to pronounce.
Snuggle.
And I think the Red guys might actually be heading over to try and fight that Delta point. They don't really need to, as long as they can keep the Bravo and Charlie flag, then the tickets will go their way. It's up to OSB to attack that middle flag or flank them around for that Bravo option.
Yeah, they need to make a plan, but I've seen that the Red is taking positioning on the far side of the tracks at the flanking routes and defending that vigorously. So OSB is going to have to make a push if they want to get past these guys and see if they can get to the Bravo flag. But I see someone managed to flank them here. We've got Rustus and his team, Zeus and Clinton. They flanked the guys here from the back side. Rustus moving into Charlie. I see Clinton is going on the hill here. I think it would be a better choice just to move over to the Bravo point, making himself available there to get shot. Let's see what's going to happen here. Rustus defending this flag. He's taking it down. Just got to get happy. The blue team coming in back. Well, the blue team in red. The red team in blue. Yes, it's confusing. Making a push on Charlie. Good defense there from the red team.
Yeah, very good defense. Very, very good defense. So guys, if you are watching the stream with us, if there is anyone that you would like to spectate specifically, again, you know, on Argon Forest it is a little bit difficult running first person sometimes on this map just because of the layout. So we do tend to do a little bit more third person on this map just to give you a good overview of what's happening in terms of the action. But if we can spectate anybody specific, we will definitely try for you. And
well, when I look at tactic, Yaku, sorry to interrupt you there. When I look at how the OSB guys are playing, you can see that they're definitely coming into this match with a game plan. I've seen Wild Winston taking position behind a little rock there, while the rest of the guys, you know, do a bit of a fight. And as soon as they see, or as soon as he sees that his teammates are getting low, he will retract from attacking and just get himself a little hiding spot there to make use of the spawn beacon scenario where the teammates spawn on him, and then with that's how I can see that the OSB guys get to this Charlie flag much quicker. So definitely a game plan and some organization that I see happening from the OSB side.
Yep, and while you were talking about that, the red guys almost lost the Bravo flag, but Black End Dragon and a couple of the other guys from the red team fell back very quickly to defend that Bravo flag. They managed to do so, and now everybody's back heading towards C. And as we said in the beginning of this match, a big contested point on this map is always C, because it's a bit of a choke point from both sides. The OSB guys pushing on this bridge extremely hard though. Yes, these guys definitely, not. They're coming in from all sides, from the bottom, from the opposite side of the bridge, from the little house side on the left of the bridge. So they're streaming into this point. Again, on the bridge we've got Exorcist, we've got Rayman on top of that bridge, busy capping it, and we've actually got a couple of the guys that went further out, Clown, Rustus, Zeus, because they know the guys will be coming from the Charlie point. But again, this, as we were talking, I see that the Delta flag is being contested as well. So obviously somebody has in the meantime sort of flipped around, found a bit of a route, and is now contesting that Delta flag. So I'm just going to head over there for a second, because we've got some numbers there, 3-on-2 at the moment between Red and OSB. Now it's 4-on-3 with the Red guys having the volume advantage, or the number advantage. A couple of them have just been taken out, so 2-on-4 at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see if they can pull this off. 4-on-1. The OSB guys defending this flag very well.
Yeah, I see Ninja from the red team is just, he did a good move there to just move away back, get into a safe zone in order for his teammates to spawn on him. So I see that he's got two of his mates that spawn, so they're pushing into the Delta flag. Turbo Nautix and Ginger Ninja going toe to toe. What's going to happen on this one? Ginger Ninja just took him out there, so we've got 3 of the red guys taking over Delta. Yep. That was good play.
It was very good play.
But I have to watch us.
It was very good play by Ginger Ninja. They just moving out of the capture zone because the guys then, of course, didn't know he was there. He had some time to have teammates spawn on him, and there's an opportunity for them to take this Delta flag.
Correct. Yeah, that was a very good move. But I see the OSB guys are coming in here from the train track side. On the left-hand side, Bunker moving into Delta. Revenge and Quick Take. We've got Brisk Freeze, he's a medic. I see he's reviving his teammates. And Revenant at the back. It seems like he's playing as a sniper tonight. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's his favorite class.
So
Red, good job there.
Red capping the Delta flag then, and of course, while their attention was there, OSB managed to cap the Charlie flag as well as the Bravo flag. So the fight is on. 329 tickets for Red, 275 for OSB. So I mean, it's a 50 ticket gap at the moment. It can still go either way.
Absolutely, and I see Wild Winston is still doing his job quite well there. But I see 3 of the OSB guys moving into Delta, and then I see the Bravo flag is also going down. So let me head over to the Bravo flag, Justin. While you're busy, I don't know which flag you're on there.
I'm still on C at the moment. That is because there's a couple of numbers here, both from the Red guys and of course the OSB guys trying to push in from their home base side. While Winston's still here in the woods.
Yeah, he's doing a good job there. That's a good tactic, I mean, we know that he's a guy who likes to be on the front lines, but obviously, with that knife of his. But obviously, when it comes to a competition game like this, you have to change your game style a little bit, and making use of making himself available to be a spawn beacon. It's not a bad thing because it enables the OSB team to get to the Charlie objective quickly.
Correct. So OSB, a couple of OSB guys just got taken out. We've got some Red guys still here at the bridge, but Revenant there doing a very good job in securing a spot there. We've got red guys that are on both sides of the bridge. C is being held by red at the moment, being contested. B is held by OSB, but that's being taken back by the red guys at the moment. So I'm going to head over to B just to see what's going on there. We've got Rusters going in, and I'm actually going to try and go into the room here, but there's a lot of smoke.
Right. Okay, while you're on that side there, yeah, on the Charlie flag, there's no one from the red team defending. We've got Rayman, Revenge, and Turbonautics and the Exorcist taking over the Charlie flag. 4 of the guys on the bridge, so the flag is going down very quickly. The red team is going to have to make a move and try and take this thing back, or they're going to start losing some ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to run with Revenant here for a second in first person view. He's on the sniper tonight, so he's obviously covering that bridge a little bit from the back, but I see he's also trying to go through one of the flanking routes, or just checking the flanking routes for the red guys coming in from that side. At the moment, the ticket count is closing up a little bit. We're on around 380, so 379 for red, 344 for OSB. So very, very close. And I'm with Wild Winston, who's running through one of the flanking routes, and we'll see if he'll be able to pick up on the rest of his clan that are on C.
Oh yeah, but I think the red guys spotted them. Rayman doing a good job there, going toe to toe with who's this? Damn, can't see.
You missed it.
I missed it. It was over too quickly.
So
no one on the flags. Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Look at this on Charlie.
I see. There's no one here. There's a couple of OSB guys running in from the sides and from the opposite side of the tracks, and we've got the same happening from the red team. So this flag, we're back to square one with Bravo and Delta being held by each team, and we're contesting C.
Yeah, but I see that the OSB team, Rastus and Turbonautics came down one of the flanking routes.
Yeah.
And they're taking the red guys out, picking them off one by one from the backside. They don't even know that they're there. So there was a very, very fast maneuver there from Rastus and his team.
The thing with the red guys, which is a bit of an upside for them, I think, is that that B flag is considerably closer to the bridge than than what the D flag is, right? From the opposite side.
Much easier route, yeah.
So I think it's a bit of an easier route for the red guys to come through. Obviously, they are on the bridge at the moment, retaking that flag back. But the OSB guys definitely playing with purpose on this map tonight. They've definitely tested the routes. They are running 3 different routes, 2 flanking routes, 1 through the middle in the sort of on the train tracks. So a lot of strategy as well here.
Absolutely, you can see that these guys have obviously, where we are with the league at the moment, we're right at the end. These guys are going to have to obviously test the waters a bit and made sure that they have a game plan coming into this match tonight.
Yep. So again, the OSB guys have managed to clear out some defense on the opposite side of the bridge, and they will actually try and start pushing into this Charlie flag.
Yeah, the thing is, if Delta, I can see the red team pushing into the Delta flag. We've got Quick Take, the only guy defending from, and Wild Winston actually from OSB. So I thought that they're going to go push onto D, but I see they just made a U-turn and went back to Charlie to see if they can take that back. That's one thing I can say about the OSB team tonight, is they definitely making use of all these flanking routes to get to the objective quickly.
Yeah, 100%. Look, at the moment the ticket count is about 50 tickets, so it is a very, very, very close game. We're on 464 tickets, 65 tickets for red, 413 for OSB. It is getting towards the end of the game, and there might not be enough time for OSB to pull this back unless they can get a cap on all 3 flags. But definitely very, very close.
Yeah, this is a very close game indeed. I don't think that they'll be able to manage to cap all 3 flags and hold it for at least 15 seconds in order to gain some ground. But it is a good game, and I can see that the guys have managed to flank here by the house at bunker here on Bravo. You've got Oculus Soldier and Trigger happy, Fluffy Panda trying to take it back. Two of the OSB guys still in the bunker. Zeus, the only one left. Let's see. Yeah, Zeus got taken out. No, he's not. He's dead. No, he's not. Yeah, he's dead. Oculus Soldier just took him out there. Dangerous those grenades, eh?
Very. And I can hear the end music coming on. 493 and 439. This is a very, very close game. The OSB guys, all of them on the bridge now. They're taking back that point. They're running through to the B point. These guys are fighting right up until the end.
It's smoke and hellfire raining on Charlie at the moment. A lot of excitement happening here down at the train tracks. I see trees are being blown up and I just see skulls everywhere. What a game.
Guys, so there you have it. The first game then they're going to red on 500 tickets, 449 for OSB. And that was exciting. I mean, you could literally...
50 tickets.
It is
not a big difference, eh?
Not at all. I mean, it was very, very close. Both of those teams, I mean, I can't say anything bad of any of the two. I mean, we saw Red playing extremely aggressive, on the outside of the map, defending that B side of the bridge. We saw OSB continuously pushing onto the bridge, Exorcist and his squad, numerous times taking back that flag, and that was really, really good to watch.
Yeah, this was an exciting game. I could see Wild Winston there looking at the scoreboard. Managed to take the first position. And Fluffy Panda from the red side at the top. Obviously, we can't see the scores, but something happened to the KD of 9 and 16 for Winston. I don't know, that's a bit unusual.
Yeah.
You see that, Jakob?
Yeah, but I think, but again, I think, look, it's in it's a match game, right? So generally speaking, you play you change your game style a little bit. So where you would normally have a extremely high KD, you could be lying back a little bit. So
yeah, so that's exactly what we saw here with Wild Winston. You can see that the OSB guys had a good game plan. Hiding away in the bushes there in order to create a spawn point for the guys to get quickly to Charlie flag.
Yeah.
Obviously it did work, but let's see what's going to happen on this map. You say this is the map that was chosen by OSB, Jakob?
Yes, this is the map chosen by OSB, and I'll get confirmation on spawn time. If I read it here, it looks like 2 minutes spawn time. So we'll watch the screen closely. At the moment, we're still on the halftime screen. You guys can see the score there. 1 for Red, 0 for OSB. Both teams in that game played exceptionally well, but at the end, Red took it with about 50 tickets or so. So a very, very close game. Let's get back to the action.
Just a question. Why do we have 2 capped flags on each side?
So remember, on the Val Knights, the way the map starts off is it will start off with those maps. Let me just check. I just want to see something here. It could be that it is the specific game mode that was taken. Look, it's at the moment it's not an advantage or a disadvantage to any of the teams.
No, it's the same. I can see it's the same.
Let me just confirm.
Because both teams are on 6 points already, but I don't know why those maps. Is it because of the size of the map, maybe?
Let me confirm with them. Let's just check here.
This is not the. What's the new conquest mode you guys brought in from DICE? Something conquest or so. What is it?
Yeah, let's just have a look here.
But I mean, on the blue side it's F and E, and on the red side you've got B and A that's capped. So it's D and C that hasn't been capped. And I think the maps that are being played is Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Bravo.
Correct. Sorry, Sky, just check your mic for me. There's a little bit of a noise on that side.
Oh, sorry, man. Is it better?
Yeah, no, it's better now. So let's see. There might be a. It's B, C, D, and E, right? That's the flags that are being played.
Correct.
Right.
Everybody spawned in. Let's see. We're waiting for one guy.
Yeah. I think there was just a swap around there. So we might actually start this game with about 30, maybe 40 tickets each on each side. And I'm just quickly pulling up our map information for the league here, and I see that actually the Naval Knights map does start with these 2 capped flags on each side. So that is the standard. I was just making sure. We actually haven't seen this map enough for me to really be an expert on it, to be honest. I think this is only the second time that I've seen this map in the league. So I'm actually quite happy that there are some people that are choosing it. Because it makes it that much more exciting to watch. Of course, the slight downside is that the game time on this will be slightly shorter because of some of the ticket run-up. About 40 tickets on each. Again, no advantage for any one of the teams because the flag that they will be playing is B, C, D, and E. And of course, then each one of them will have that automatic ticket up from the other flag being capped automatically.
But what time did they say they're going to spawn in now, Jakob? Sorry.
They did say 2 minutes. I think there might be a situation where one of the players have dropped off and they're waiting for him to come back in. And we'll just have to monitor the situation because they might go into 50 flags here before the game actually starts. And I see someone on the stream actually commenting for us that if the guy doesn't spawn in, the match might be over and might be a draw, which is fine because it means we will go to a third match.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Excellent.
I think we will just have a look and see, is this a default or is it not a setting that we can change on it?
No, this is the default. You can't actually change it on this particular, on the game mode, which is again, which is fine. A couple of guys joining us on the stream. Aquafuzz joining as well. Chop Prince, sorry,
the
Prince.
Soap Man.
The Soap Man's
the
joining
soap tanker.
us. Bullseye joining us as well. Welcome, Bullseye. So, guys, if you want to, again, if you are on the stream and you want us to spectate somebody specific, please ask. This is a night map, so we will try and do as much first person as we can and also give you some third person so that you can have an overview. We are already on 63 tickets, so I've got confirmation.
They need to move now.
Let me just see what the guys are saying to us here. Yeah, they are saying that as soon as they have all the players in, they will start the game. So it's literally waiting for the one OSB player that has, I think, had some connection issues that dropped off. And it actually shows some good sportsmanship here. I'm looking at the chat between the two teams at the moment. And the guys are laughing, saying that, stuff like this happens. They're waiting for their player to join. Very, very good sportsmanship between these two teams, considering the match that is being played tonight is effectively to see who will be in relegation. Extremely good sportsmanship. I like to see stuff like that.
Absolutely. But if you sit back and you watch it, everybody's earning tickets for Mahala. That's a different story.
Well, that's also true. But again, luckily, if you look at the ticket count running up as we're waiting for the one player to join the server, it's not a disadvantage to any one of the two teams. The disadvantage is really to the spectators of the game, because it will mean that the game will be slightly shorter. And a shorter game is never good, right? We like watching the guys. We like them, running around, shooting, and that's why we watch, right? Because we love the game. So
we like the action. We love the action.
So it's all good. But again, some banter going on the two team chats here. So let's see if the guys are coming in. There's still one player short on the OSB side. If you guys have a look at the screen, we've pulled up the scoreboard there. There is the 12 on the red side and 11 on OSB. So we're waiting for that one player to come in. And I think what might happen, I'm not sure, I just want to see what the chat says here, if the tickets run too far, I'm not sure whether the guys would want to restart this map or whether they would continue. And there we go.
They just restarted now.
So I think they are changing up the server quickly so that there can be a full game, and they have restarted that server. Yeah, some good banter going on.
I can see some memes from Stucky's side on this one again.
Yes. There will be some clock with a gun running around or something like that.
Yeah. Earning points, doing nothing, sitting on a bench, smoking something. Talking about smoking something, have you seen the new, is it a melee weapon with a bottle thing, Yaku? We have to do like a bottle assignment within the Apocalypse DLC.
Yeah. So within the Apocalypse DLC, you can actually now pick up a wine bottle around it's sort of lying around the map, and you can actually do a melee kill with it. I've actually only seen one player that has posted something online onto the Facebook page where he's made that kill. I haven't seen too many videos, being made by the players yet. Showing those wine bottle kills. I think it's quite I don't want to say embarrassing, but you will have a hangover if you get a melee kill. If you get melee killed with a wine bottle, I'm sure. Getting stabbed with a glass there. Yeah, that's something different. I really thought that in the beginning when we had those assignments for the secret dog tags, the 2 levels or the 2 dog tags, I thought that they would bring in something to complement those 2 dog tags that we the assignments that we did in the beginning of the game. Yeah.
But seeing the wine bottles floating around is quite unexpected.
Yep, absolutely. So it appears that the Rayman has spawned in. I'm just checking because that. There we go. He just killed himself. No, he just killed himself, and that's okay. There's no ticket advantage still, because luckily he spawned in at a flag that was already taken. So it didn't do anything there to the ticket count, and I think the guys are just swapping sides and making sure that everyone's there. Scoreboard is up, and I see that there's still 2 red players that need to swap over and 1 OSB player, and then it looks like we might have all the guys in the server ready to join. Guys, if you are joining us on the stream, thank you very much for coming in and joining us tonight. We hope you're enjoying the stream so far. There's been 1 or 2 issues with connection and so forth, nothing major. We are just waiting for the teams to balance out before the game can start. If you are already subscribed to the channel, thanks for supporting us. If you're not, hit the subscribe button there. Also hit the bell so that you can get some notifications. You can also join our Discord by checking the comments down below in the section. And then, of course, we've got a couple of teams now streaming to our channel as well. So thank you very much for all the guys who are streaming and getting their streams out there for the Clan Wars. It's really great to have you guys on board and making this a success with us. And we enjoy watching you guys. So, thank you very much for that from our side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good to see the effort from the different clans, coming together and offering their service and giving up their time in order to make Clan Wars a success for everybody. Taking the time out to stream other clans and so on. So we really appreciate that. And great things coming ahead.
Yeah.
Just a heads up for our stream on Saturday, Yaku. We're going to have Marius from the Xbox side, who's going to join us on the recap show. Going to talk a bit about the Xbox guys joining us in Season 2.
Yep.
Obviously, Season 1 is slowly but surely coming to an end. Next week will be the last week for the Division 1 guys. And I think after that, we still have like maybe 2 or 3 weeks when the whole league will be finished. And as soon as that's done, we're going to start the registration for Season 2. And just to get you guys in order, and the guys who moved around from platoons to not re-register, but so that we can just update the website in the back end on that side, and that kind of thing. But join us on Saturday morning again, Yaku, same time. or different time, 9 o'clock?
So at the moment, the stream will be on for the recap show Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. So if there are any matches that you guys have missed, or you just want to come and join us to come and see where the tables are, what the scores look like. Again, we're looking at only one more week for Division 1, and then probably about 3 weeks after that, the entire Season 1 will be closed off. Of course, there will be a period within the next couple of weeks where we will start opening and sharing information around Season 2. Most of you guys know a lot about that already because we've been talking about it for a while. Season 2, of course, the main thing there is that we have changed the format slightly. We will still have the Premier League, which is the 12v12, and what we have been doing in Season 1. But of course, for Season 2, we will be adding that T5 complement. And that is again for either the teams that have smaller numbers because it's a 5v5 game format, or it could be for the bigger teams that have players that have to be benched sometimes. They are more than welcome to also at that point in time register a T5 team, and we are hoping for as many T5 teams as Premier League. So it's definitely Clan Wars are going to become more exciting in Season 2 because each sort of area, both the T5 and the Premier League, will have their own division tables, and depending on how big it goes, guys, it might even have their own recap show and all sorts of stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled for that information. We will be sharing it on both Facebook and Discord and keeping you guys up to date around the registration. At the moment still, we're nearing the end of Season 1, and so far it's been great, it's been exciting. There's been all sorts of things happening. Tonight's game is, of course, a game that is aimed at the Division 1 relegation zone. And at the moment, the score 1 to Red, 0 to OSB. And I see there are some players actually dropping off and trying to get back in. And we do have 12 aside now, and they are just swapping out. So we've got all the players. They will swap teams and make sure they balance. And I doubt whether they would restart the server again, because that will again throw them out to different sides, so they might just pick up when everybody's on the right side.
Yeah, I think one thing to mention, Yaku. I mean, even this is Conquest and it's 12v12, but I mean, just one thing to remember is I think that it is possible to add maybe a 13th player, and by adding that 13th player, it'll make it easier for you guys to swap around. So the guys who are actually playing will quickly swap around, and they will already be in the server, and then as soon as everybody's settled, the 13th player should just drop off, instead of having the 12, one of the 12 players on each side that's actually going to play the game drop off.
Agreed.
So that'll help in order to speed it up a bit. Yes. Correct.
Sorry, Scully. They confirmed that they are spawning on 6 minutes. Both team leaders have agreed that they will spawn. I see at the moment there is only 11 on the OSB side and 12 on the red side, but both team captains have agreed that they are struggling with some connection issues and getting the players sorted on that side. So I think that player will still enter the game, but they of course also don't want to keep the guys watching on the stream waiting for too long. There's almost already 100 ticket difference, so good on both these guys. Again, as I said, great sportsmanship between the two teams. They're loving playing tonight, and they have actually started, and we're running with Clinton 308 here on the OSB side, and the D flag I see is being contested. OSB playing in red again, and red again, of course, playing in blue. So let's try and keep it less confusing.
Yeah, a bit of a mission there, but I see Zeus and Clinton moving on to the Charlie side. It seems like the red team is taking their time here to get to these flags. OSB already taken the Delta and Charlie flag at this point in time.
Yeah, I
don't think that they even. Yeah.
While we're looking at the screen here, I want to just say thank you to the guys on the stream who stuck around and stuck it out with us, waiting for the teams to get into play. I see there's a couple of comments on the stream here that yay, we were waiting. Yes, so were we. So that's all good, all good.
I see the red team just moved onto the Charlie side. They've taken out all of the OSB guys on this side, so they're taking Charlie back. Delta, I see on the far side, is also going down. I can't see how many players there are. Let's just see. It seems like it's 4 red players versus 2 OSB.
Yeah. So OSB pushing in a little bit here from the Charlie side. There is some numbers of the red guys on the Charlie flag, but I think the OSB guys can use the cover that this map provides to maybe get a little bit closer onto that Charlie flag. There is a lot of cover on this map. You've got all these hills and sort of outcrops and trees lying around and that sort of thing. It's a very, very difficult map to play when you're a sniper, because there's so many places for the guys to hide that a sniper really has to keep their eyes open on this map.
Great. Yeah, this is one of those sneaky maps where you have to be cautious about snipers, because some of these teams really have good snipers on their side.
Yep.
And this is obviously one of those teams that snipers can be very helpful.
Yep, so I've got Rasta, Zeus, Clown, and it looks like Clinton 308 that are busy capping the Charlie flag. At the moment we have the Echo and the Bravo flag. Well, the Bravo flag is actually going down, so the Echo flag belonging to the red team. Of course, this is the map that OSB picked, so chances are that they have a very solid strategy on this map. And by the looks of the tickets at the moment, granted that they did only start on about 100 tickets each, OSB in a slight lead with about 10 tickets at the moment, and I'm going to be running first person with Rustus here, and we're going to see where he heads off to. This is quite a big map actually, so there's a lot of running happening.
It's a huge map, and I think that's where you have to make use of your vehicles effectively. You don't want it to get caught in these trenches and get blown up or get stuck or whatever. You need to get those tanks up on the front lines in order for the guys to spawn and get to the flag objectives very quickly.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, and very well done there by Trigger Happy. He's defending the Delta flag quite well there. Had an OSB guy up on the roof. I actually don't know how he got onto that, but on the roof on the church.
Yeah, where's all this light coming from on Delta?
So that is probably a blinding flare. Of course, a blinding flare being...
Oh, it's a flare. They shot it up in the air.
Yeah, but of course a blinding flare allowed on this map.
Yeah, these are one of the maps that you are able to... You know where the snipers can use those flares. The spotting flares and the blinding flares. Because it's such a huge map, I think, you know, you need all the tools you can get.
Yeah.
All the help you can get in order to capture these flags. I see the Charlie flag is going down.
Yeah, we've got
over there. I see
we've got Ginger Ninja, we've got Flash here, we've got Brisk, Trigger Happy, we've got Soldier coming in from the back. All of them on the C flag capping that back, and it's been an exchange of hands, right? I mean, at the moment the Charlie Delta and Echo flag belonging to the red team. OSB pushing back into the Charlie flag, but I think there's quite a bit of numbers from the red side here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the score, at the scoreboard, you know, we can see it's 224 for 221, so the scores are very close. But I see the red team is moving on to the Alpha flag to see if they can capture that. I'm not sure if that's one of the flags that they are allowed to take.
No, I think they might just be moving past Alpha because Alpha is
the flags that are
flag.
Yeah, F and who's F? Franco. The F and Alpha flag are the ones that are uncontested.
Correct.
So Bravo going down. Yeah, I see that there's one. It's Wild Winston is in a tank. Yeah, Wild Winston in a vehicle, but he's being hammered here by the red team. I don't think he's going to make it. He doesn't have anybody to repair him there. I see Gunnet 71 moving in from the left-hand side onto Bravo. Just got joined there by Revenant. Both of these guys are moving in to see if they can take it back, but they're met by 3 of these red guys who's doing a very good defense of this flag.
Of course, in the meantime, OSB has fallen back and they are at the Charlie flag gathering some numbers over there. There's some smoke. We've got one red guy, Trigger Happy, in there trying to fight it off, but Rust is taking him out with Clown 4, and they will recap the Charlie flag for OSB.
Also Echo. Yeah, and I see OSB is also took advantage of a bit of a flank there and moving on to the Echo flag. Echo is going down. Charlie is already being taken by OSB, but the OSB guys are moving away, and they're not seeing that the red guys are creeping in from behind. They're sneaking in. They're going to take this flag. The OSB guys are moving away onto the Delta flag. I don't know if they're going to realize their mistake on that side. Oh, but I see Clinton is over here. He's laying low in one of those ditches together with Zoost.
And I see the red guys are recapping the Echo flag, so I'm going to head back over to Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's being taken back here by OSB. Good work there from Rustus and his team coming in the backside, taking out those red guys. Okay, it seems like all of them are moving over to Delta now.
So around 30 tickets in it at the moment. The red guys on 302 and OSB on 280. So extremely close game this as well. Again, this is a very big map, so if you lose a flag here, it's a long way to run to try and get it back.
Exactly, and that's exactly what happened now, because they left one guy, OSB left one guy on the Charlie flag, and two of the red guys came in here with from the far side. They didn't see them, took them out, and busy taking Charlie.
Yep. So we've got OSB pushing here into the Delta area.
We have lost objective Charlie.
And OSB busy capping Delta, but I heard they're losing Charlie at the moment, so Charlie obviously going down to red.
Yeah, Clinton, Zeus and Rustus again here on the on the left hand side of Charlie. Only one of the red guys are left, but it's the little tank, so it's not going to be so easy taking it out. But they're trying to put some good work into that tank, throwing it with grenades, just keeping it off the flag so they can try and cap it.
Yeah, and we've got Nico here for the red team in the small tank, laying down some cover fire for his infantry guys running into C. Not a bad strategy. Let's just have a look.
Well, let's see. There's some of the guys there on the Bravo flag sitting, just making sure that the red team doesn't get to that flag. And we've got two of the guys that pushed in here on Charlie again. Rastus and his team doing a good job defending it. But Nico in his little tank is coming back, taking some shots there at Clown, but he misses. Clown just made it on the grassy knoll. I think he's going to try and take them out there, just push that little tank back with a big grenades, in order to gain some time for the guys to cap Charlie there. They've got Charlie tank still alive, but I think that tank is playing it too safe. It's good to play safe, but if you play too safe, it's also not a good thing. Right. And the one downside that you have with a small little tank, Jaco, is of course your guys can't spawn on you.
Yes.
And you can't take a chance. You can't take a chance to jump out because the other guys will steal it, especially if Nico was on this map.
Yeah, you will. You will get a reward. You will get a reward for that.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. So the red guys have actually now pushed in a little bit around the edges of C. There are some OSB guys, Rustus, Clinton, furiously protecting that flag. The score is exceptionally close at the moment. 380 for the red team, 362. So about 20 tickets in it at the moment. And I think the fight is all around C and D at the moment. I see D is actually going down. So that is being contested. I'm going to stick around a little bit because there's a bit of a fight going on here with the tank at the Charlie flag, but I might head over to the Delta point just to see what's going to go and happen there. Because it looks...
that little tank just got taken out here by Charlie. It's only Clown that's left, but Clinton also moving in from the backside, doing some good job trying to hold on to Charlie. But unfortunately, the OSB guys were taken out. and three of the the red team is taking Charlie back here.
Yeah.
Rastus is back on this flag again. How the hell did he get here so
We are
quick?
losing objective
It's like the rabbit in the hole tonight.
So in the meantime, OSB has taken back the Delta flag, and I think they will be pushing now either towards Bravo. Oof, just got taken out by Ginger Ninja on the Bravo flag, so good defense there. But we've got Wild Winston in his tank on Bravo as well. Definitely not going to let that go. Unfortunately, he just got taken out by Brisk from the red team.
We have taken objective Butter.
I see the OSB guys moved into the Charlie flag again. There's only one guy left from red. Three of the guys here, Rastus and his team, Zeus, Clinton, doing good work here on Charlie. But the red team is pushing in quickly here because they've spawned on each other. So they're trying to take this flag back. It's not going to be easy because these guys are very quick. You can see OSB has definitely got a good game plan happening here with us on this map. And they're doing some good work here because the ticket difference is about 15 points at this point in time. So this is going to be a close one, yeah.
Yeah, I think OSB is going to push hard here now, because if they manage to take, at least 2 of the flags and hold them, maybe contest the third one, there's a good chance that they can close that ticket gap very quickly. And this is where it becomes important to have a slightly longer game, right? Because if you have a little bit more time, there's a little bit more time to get hold of that ticket.
Yeah, it'll make a little bit of a difference there. And I see Rastus' team is doing a good job here. They just took out all the red guys. Good strategy on that side. The whole squad is here. 4 of the guys sitting on Charlie, taking it down very quickly. I see Delta is also being taken back by the red team. And it seems like Bravo is also being taken back by the red team.
So big push from the red guys. Again, the ticket's very close. 415, 460 now, 440 for OSB. So 20 tickets in this game. I mean, it is nail-bitingly close.
It's very close at this point in time. But I don't know if there's going to be enough time to take it back, though. They can put in a good effort on this one. I see the Rastus and his team has moved over to the Bravo flag. No, it's not Rastus. No, it's Zeus and them. Moving over to the Bravo flag, and there's nobody here on Delta from OSB.
Yeah, we've got Clown, Quick Take, Zeus over here, Jen as well, trying to take back this Bravo flag. I hear a little tank coming in also.
Oh, this is going to be so close. Look at that.
So 485.
485. Yeah.
Also a big push on the Charlie flag by OSB. Will there be enough time if they cap B and C? I don't know if they will have time, if they can cap both and they contest the third flag. But I think the time has run out. I don't think there will be time for them to do it.
Yeah, those tickets it's only 5 tickets difference, 4 at the moment. So they're going to have to do a good push there on Delta, but I think it's, I see Rastus has left the server. I just hope it was a connection issue and not a rage quit.
No, I don't think it was a rage quit. Rastus is a pretty good player as well, but at the end there, the red guys taking the game 500 to 471. Well done to the red team. Extremely well played. The OSB guys very aggressive on that map. I mean, I really enjoyed watching that as from a total map perspective. Again, one of the bigger maps in the league at the moment. So with a lot of long distance running, but at the end, the red guys there not only taking the map but also taking the game. So well done to red. I just need to confirm whether there is anything that will prohibit us from calling the red victory from the guys.
Yeah, we just need to check there for any infringements in that place.
And I have confirmation from OSB again. Great team dynamics here between the two teams. Great sportsmanship. They're congratulating each other on the chat here. They have confirmed that they were both happy with the game, and of course OSB congratulating red there. Red from our side, very well played. Two very aggressive games, two very close games actually. But in the end, Red taking both maps. So well done to them. OSB well played as well. Scully, anything from your side to mention? On these two teams.
Both teams played exceptionally well. A lot of strategy and research or whatever that I saw there from a good planning there from the OSB guys. You guys played great. Congratulations to Red who took this match and the game. Well done on your win, guys. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks, man. Thanks for everybody on the stream. Looking forward to see you on the next one. Stay safe. See you on the battlefield.
Guys, then from my side, obviously thank you very much for joining us. Again, please remember that Saturday morning at about 9 o'clock we will have the recap show. Hopefully this week we will have some interesting guests for you again on the show as well. We'll see who we can get there. But if you have missed any of the matches or you would like to just catch up on the score or the happenings for the week, please remember to join us on the catch-up show. From my side, I'm Yakusao for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.